button, you fool. Push the record button. So I pushed it. Thanks for the reminder, Holly. It's now recording to the cloud. So that is enough about like introductions and about me and these guys. I love this chat that's going, and I see that there are some questions coming in already. So here's what we're going to do. Dr. Rodarte has volunteered. She is going to lead this this presentation and give a review of the product from her perspective that we launched this past weekend, and talk about the product from as a scientist, as a distributor, and as a consumer. As she's doing that, feel free to submit questions into the chat field or into the actual question, the question prompt, the Q&A prompt. And as you do that, then towards the end, I'm going to moderate some of these questions and send them to both Dr. Rodarte and to Christina, and try to get as many of your questions answered as possible. We want to keep this time capped, so we don't want to run too long. We recognize there's a number of meetings and other things happening tonight. So we'll try to keep it as quick but as informative as possible. So with that, I'm going to stop talking, and Dr. Rodarte, I'll send it over to you.
Oh, thank you, Jesse. I'm really excited to be a part of this. This weekend was so incredible, and excited to share this platform with Christina as well, just because we get to geek out with science all weekend. And now we get to share with all of you. So for those of you who didn't get to join us this weekend, welcome. Hopefully you'll get to enjoy some of this. And for those of you who need a recap, welcome. And those hearing this for the first time because you are a customer, welcome, thinking about it. I'm so excited for you to know about our TrueScience Liquid Collagen. So I'm going to share our screen and we will get this show on the road here. Let's see here. And of course, I'm trying to make this bigger. Let's see. There's the play button now. All right. So why collagen? So collagen is a structural protein that makes up about 25 to 35% of all the proteins in our body. The body produces collagen proteins from the amino acids that you take through food. This process starts to steeply decline around the age of 30, leading to a large reduction in collagen density, which then can cause saggy, dull, wrinkled looking skin. And none of us want any of that. So if you know me, if you've heard my lectures, you know I love to kind of start with anatomy first. And so this is a great little skin slide to just know what area we're really targeting. And it's that dermis, that middle area. That's what gives our skin its structure. And you'll see some of the key words there on the right-hand side that says fibroblast, collagen, elastic fibers, the hyaluronic acid. This is an area that we really want to focus on so we can have better skin structure by including, the health of this area. And our skin is, the largest organ in our body. So we want to make sure that we take care of it. It's not just the skin on our face, it's the skin of our body. It's our primary barrier to the outside world. And so why would we want to look at a liquid type of collagen? Because I know many of you are probably using collagen in lots of different forms, but why should you think about a liquid collagen? Well, collagen can actually be hard to digest. They need to be broken down by enzymes. And so our TrueScience Liquid Collagen uses hydrolyzed collagen, which means it's chopped up into smaller pieces so your body doesn't have to break them down. It makes it easier to absorb and utilize. And hydrolyzed collagen pieces are highly water soluble, whereas regular collagen is not. So it's a very efficient form to be liquid. And this also increases its bioavailability. Super important in this day and age too, when we think about bioavailability of the products we're ingesting and using for our health. And so what makes liquid collagen different? There are 3 words on here, which I love because we were hitting this home all weekend: activate, replenish, and maintain. So TrueScience Liquid Collagen is different because one, we're activating the genes responsible for collagen. So we're helping the body to begin producing more collagen. Two, we're replenishing the collagen that has been lost. This is the typical approach that we've seen in the marketplace. And then three, we're maintaining collagen. So we want to slow down and minimize the existing collagen in our body from breaking down. So again, three key words here: activate, replenish, maintain. That is just brilliant for us to be able to show that to you this way. And so let's talk about what's in TrueScience Liquid Collagen. So the first ingredient is fish collagen peptides. So peptides from responsibly caught fish from 10 types of collagen to support collagen density, skin elasticity, and skin moisture for a youthful appearance. And this is my favorite ingredient in this. There's so much on this ingredient itself. So ruby red quinoa extract. So this extract is from a grain and it unlocks the cell's ability to absorb collagen as it activates, there's that fun word, activate, activates natural collagen synthesis to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Why would we want to even use red quinoa? And so I love this. Take a picture of this slide if you need to, if you're geeky like we are. And we've got all of the fun genes in here that are being activated. So we want to activate natural collagen synthesis. So our fibroblasts, if you go back to that skin slide, the fibroblast is really important. It's involved in skin barrier health, antioxidant production, and collagen production. So we want to activate these genes, and so you can see on here some of them that are listed. The important one that I love on here is SOD, superoxide dismutase. So say that 5 times fast. We are helping that gene activation by 2,700%. The catalase gene is also activated by 202%, and type 1 collagen production, that gene is increased by up to 42%. And you can see why we're going to start seeing the results and by using this extract. The other key part is absorption of collagen. So you want to degrade and remodel collagen. That allows for the structure to, or that fibroblast, the dermis, you need this to be happening. And so the gene called MMP9 gene, it's decreased by up to 33%. So what else is the other key ingredient? Berry and citrus fruit extracts. So blueberry powder, young pumpkin fruit, and acerola berry supply the vitamin C and antioxidants to promote collagen and elastin production and help your skin create more of its own natural moisture for a healthy, glowing complexion. This gives it the really yummy flavor. So what does TrueScience Liquid Collagen do? Reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, prevents collagen breakdown, and improves skin elasticity. And if some of you are like, what is that elasticity word? What does it mean? Like go on your hand, pinch it up, see how long it kind of stays pinched up. You want it to be like, go back to its form really fast. That skin elasticity, it's on your, of your face. You want that to look great as well as the rest of your body. So what we're doing is improving that skin elasticity. Improve skin moisture, tone, and texture. Helps protect against damaging effects of oxidative stress. We all know about oxidative stress, don't we? We want to definitely reduce oxidative stress of the skin, support healthy nails and hair, and then promote a youthful appearance. How is this done? By increasing collagen density by 42%, reducing the depths of crow's feet by 22%, helping skin roughness. So we definitely don't want rough skin, right? So we're seeing roughness decrease by 10%. That's we're also seeing blood catalase levels increase by 202%. And again, we're just talking about that skin elasticity increased by 8%. So this is just as important as what's in it is what's not in it. There's no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners. It's non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free. And so in summary, I love this. This is something that all of you guys can just memorize and kind of put to thought. we want glowing skin, right? We want to slow down the aging process and just by taking care of our skin. So get glowing, gorgeous skin with a daily boost of collagen and activating botanicals. The proprietary ingredients in this delicious appleberry blend have been clinically shown to deliver visible support to skin health and hydration in 8 weeks or less. Your skin looks smoother, softer, and more even, while liquid collagen works from within to reduce collagen breakdown and improve skin elasticity. It also helps protect against the damaging effects of oxidative stress caused by free radicals. With more youthful looking skin, you'll glow with true confidence. You get real results that you can see and feel. And I will tell you that what I love is we've gotten to do this product for the last 30 days, and it's amazing the results we've seen before the 8-week mark that these have been shown in. And so you can see here with someone who's been able to be on the product in the test, and within 15 days, if you kind of look underneath the eyes, how that looks like it became filled in. It's not as dark. And then on the right hand side, you can just see the glowing part of her skin after just 15 days here. And you can pick out little things if you're like me. I always like to look at eyelash length and skin discoloration, just kind of looking, you want to make sure your skin is glowing. And so how do you take it? It's once a day. I've got mine here. I did mine today. I had it in the refrigerator. I shaked it up, opened it up, and I downed it. It's almost like I could do a couple of them because it's sweet and I like the flavor of it. But that's all you do. Leave it in the fridge, take one out daily, and then shake it up, take it. And so I just want to thank you so much for letting me kind of share this part with you all. And we will, I think I did this right. Let's see here. Did I lose everybody? Nope.
Oh, that was right. That was right. You didn't drop us. You're okay. Melody, thank you so much. I hope it's okay that I call you Melody. And sometimes I slip and call you Melody, and sometimes I call you Doctor, and I hope that's all right. No offense intended. Thank you. That was great. It was a great review, and the comments were great. Obviously, as you shared the different statistics and what came out of some of the clinicals, there's a lot of excitement around some of the numbers, and I think in part because some of those numbers feel so big. 27 times of SOD upregulation, 202% of catalase upregulation are really big numbers. I wrote down as you were going, there were a number of questions in the chat thread, and we've got some Q&A questions as well. I'm just going to kind of rapid fire go through some of these questions. And maybe if you can, and this is really both Melody and Christina, if you want to respond, either one of you, and depending on the question, I might direct it to one or the other. Try to get as many of these answered as we can. A couple of questions that came up, not necessarily for you two, but there was questions about the slides in general. For everybody that's on the call, the distributors specifically that want access to these slides, a slide deck has already been created. And if you were at Activate, Alicia mentioned a Dropbox folder, and she gave a link of how to access that Dropbox folder. A presentation with slides, the majority of the slides that Dr. Rodarte just used are already in those folders. So I can't direct you exactly where that's at, but if you search around in those folders, you'll be able to get there. So let's start answering a couple of questions. And I didn't write them down exactly, so I think you guys will get what the question was, whoever asked the question. Is SOD upregulated nutrigenomically? That was one of the questions in there. Christina, how would you respond to that?
Yes, absolutely. So nutrigenomics means something happens with your gene activation through nutrition. So we're drinking this drink and we're seeing these results in, of course, cell studies. But yes, Yes, the answer is yes.
Perfect. Dr. Rodarte, here's one for you. And I think this one, because I know that we can't answer this question, but somebody's going to be asked this question. And maybe if you could just give them guidance on how they could or should answer the question. Will this product help with somebody that has osteoarthritis? And the reason, if I can just preface, we can't answer that is because osteoarthritis is a disease. I think I can say it that way. And we can't make disease claims about the product. So how would you address that if somebody asked you that question?
So how I would first address it is by saying, I love sending people to the PubMed. And so you can go to PubMed and you can type in osteoarthritis and you could do and collagen and look at that information. I'll tell you as a physician, collagen is one of the things that we talk about, not only just skin, hair, and nails, but we talk about bone health and other structures in our body that need collagen to function. And I always say, go to PubMed. It's a great resource. Sometimes it feels like you're reading Chinese or a foreign language, but you can get the abstract and talk through it. So adding, saying osteoarthritis and collagen, go ahead and take a look and talk to your healthcare team and say, hey, would collagen be beneficial for me if I have osteoarthritis?
Perfect. That's the perfect response, perfect answer. And everybody can answer it that way. I see a question. Some of these I'm just going to answer really quickly. Is it patented? The answer to that is no. Another question that we've received a number of times is it kosher? And the answer to that is no. Okay, maybe Christina, talk about this just a little bit. The question was, I was asked, is it type 1 or type 2 collagen? And it's much more than that, but explain to us a little bit about what types or how many and which ones are important.
Yeah, so the body contains many, many different types of collagen. They've identified in the whole mammal kingdom, they've identified over 31 types of collagens. And so basically anything that runs around is going to need collagen. The human body, the biggest type of collagen in the human body is type 1 because it's primarily in your bones, and that's one of your heaviest organs in your body. So, but we also need a lot of other types of collagens that go into make part of your cell structure. They're part of your cardiovascular system. So we have 10 different types of collagens that have been chopped up into peptides in this product. So the body can choose what it needs based on what we have in there. So it's not just one type of collagen chopped up. It is actually 10 different types that are chopped up. And so the body can just choose what it needs.
Okay. Perfect. Next question. Melody, Dr. Rodarte, this one's for you. The question was, do I need to take this forever, or can I take the supplement for like eight weeks and then just go on like some type of a maintenance program? How would you answer that?
I would advise people to take it every day until they start seeing results, and then they can decide if they need it daily still. But you're going to continue aging. Like I'm an obesity medicine specialist. When someone, hits it out of the park and is finally at a weight that they love, I don't tell them, hey, go back to the way you were eating before, because everything's going to reverse. You'll start to gain weight. So we continue to age. We continue to lose bone as we age, lose collagen as we age. So finding the right, maybe you can decrease how many days of the week you take it, but you're going to continue to age. So it's something that I would continue to take.
Yeah. And I think I love how you say that you're going to continue to age, because if you take it for 8 weeks, you get results, but then you stop. The reality is the benefits of the results that you received are going to start to diminish. Right? Right. Okay. This was an interesting question, and just maybe talk to this a little bit about this, Dr. Rodarte. And this kind of it actually ties back to the question Christina answered a minute ago about nutrigenomics. But maybe just quickly in a nutshell explain the difference between activating and replenishing. We've made a big deal about that. We activate, replenish, and maintain, but the question was, what's the difference between activating and replenishing?
So when you activate, you're actually helping the cell at that genetic level. You're helping the cell act correctly, function correctly, for gene expression to happen, or gene regulation to happen. That's the key part. If you go back to our Protandim NRF2, it's an activator. So instead of like taking an antioxidant, you're making an antioxidant. So that's what's happening here. So a lot of us are used to taking collagen supplements. I was using one prior to this one. And so, but what did the collagen supplement do? It replenished and helped me maintain. It wasn't activating my collagen synthesis and structure. And so that's the key difference here, is that what we're trying to do is activate those genes that, one, help increase collagen production to reduce the stress on the skin barrier. If you remember those antioxidants that were naturally being increased, like SOD and catalase. And then two, we are actually helping the rebuilding part with that MMP9 gene being reduced. And so the difference here, by activating gene expression, that helps us have healthy collagen. And so through Nutrigenomics, so red quinoa extract is a nutrient. Sorry, it's not collagen. So you're getting the collagen, you're getting the peptides from the fish, and you're then getting activation by the red quinoa. And then you're also getting further support by the berry extracts. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. And it has polyphenols. We can go on and on. So nutrition is needed. So a lot of people will say, oh, I'll just do this and not eat well. Well, it's kind of like that whole story. We want you to eat well, live well as use things that help your body function as well.
Yeah. So Dr. Neil Goodman, your colleague on the SAB, Science Advisory Board, he put in the chat, there has never been a product that nutrigenomically generates collagen. It has only been a replacement or a replenishment before this. That's why we're different, right? We nutrigenomically generate or activate the production of more collagen, plus it reduces degradation. Next question. I'll just answer this one. Tested for heavy metals. It is tested for heavy metals. It's part of the protocol that we follow with every one of our products post-production. It goes through a series of tests, and one of those tests is to identify or to detect if there are any heavy metals present in the product. Christina, I think you actually, both of you can answer this, but Christina, I don't know if in your review of all the studies, if there was any substantiation around joints specifically. How will this product impact or help joints, and do we have any way to substantiate that?
Well, I really didn't look for joints. I was more focused on skin, but the whole joint is made up of collagen types. So I would assume that it will, in the long run, be beneficial for joint health as well. Again, we have these 10 different types of collagen peptides in there. And so the joint will pick up which ones it needs, and it will definitely. We do have testimonials and people saying that they do feel better, that their joints are healthier. And so I would assume that in the long run, it would be beneficial for joint health. Yes.
Great. Okay, this is an interesting question. As a physician and as a distributor, Melody, I'm interested in hearing your opinion, or how you would answer this question. For somebody young, right? Somebody in their early to mid 20s, because we talk about, right, degradation or collagen production slows in your late 20s to early 30s. So if I'm young, am I going to see benefits, right? If I'm in my early 20s, which I am I going to see benefits from using this product at that time?
Well, first of all, I'm only 29 and I graduated medical school at the age of 9. So I would, if you've ever heard me, I always talk about, I will grow old kicking and screaming, because I want to stay young. I want to be active. I want to run around with my children, great grandchildren. And so if that's something that, speaks to you, I would say, yeah, in your 20s, that's something that I would start to do, because what we're seeing in the generation now growing up is different than when I grew up, and my parents grew up and my great grandparents grew up. Like the fact that the more Wi-Fi that we're around, and EMFs, and we're aging faster, and the food is aging us faster. So anything that you can do at a younger age, I would do. And pairing up NRF2 with liquid collagen is like a home run, in my opinion, for those who do want to help the collagen production. And I know we've kind of talked a lot about skin, but collagen is so important for many functions and many organ systems in our body. So if you can slow that down, and keep the structure function kind of stable, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, perfect. There's a question in the chat right now. And it's a question that needs to be, the answer to this question needs to be repeated over and over and over again. And the question is, how is this product better than our competitors? I'm just going to answer that one really quick. There are 3 things you need to know about this product. We activate collagen production, we replenish the collagen you've lost, and we maintain the collagen that you already have. Our competition replenishes the collagen that has been lost. Done. So those 2 other features of activating natural collagen production and minimizing degradation so that you can maintain the collagen that you have is how we differentiate. That is how we are better. Hard stop. That's how we are better. And those 2 features are things that has not been done yet in this space. It's what completely sets us apart. Okay, for a physician, I'm pregnant. Can I take this product?
So we're a nutritional supplement. We're not going to test it on kids, on pregnant women. And so we're not going to make a statement that says, we're going to say, please talk to your healthcare team to know whether or not you can take this. So I'm sorry that that's the answer that you're getting, but it's the safe answer to say. And so we're not going to test on a pregnant female or a child. And so that's my answer.
That's the correct answer. That's a perfect answer. Christina, maybe you can talk to this one a little bit. What's the difference between a liquid collagen versus a powder? If a distributor's asked that question, how should they answer that?
Yeah, so every time something is in a liquid and you consume it, it's easier on your digestion because your stomach doesn't have to liquefy it. So you're going to absorb it much better. Whereas if you take a powder, your stomach has to liquefy it basically in your stomach before you can absorb it. So ours gets absorbed much faster in liquid form.
Perfect. So it's more bioavailable, easier to absorb. Perfect. Okay, here's maybe another question, whether you saw this or not in the literature when you're doing substantiation, Christina. Will this product impact sleep somehow?
I haven't seen, so I've looked at a lot of human studies with different types of collagens, and I did not see any side effects about staying up or interfering with sleep. I saw more of it helped with sleep a little better. Why? I would assume your gut's just going to feel better. With collagen, your gut lining is made up of collagen. So I would assume that your gut-brain axis is going to work better and, be healthier in that regard. And therefore your brain's going to work better.
Yeah, interesting. That's great. Anyways, talk about this really quick, Dr. Rodarte, because I think this is a pretty common question, especially when we talk about SOD and catalase and the upregulation from this product, but that's also, so that's, I mean, primarily what we talk about in regards to Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer, our flagship product. Maybe how you would advise your clients or patients or your customers. Do I need both? Like, how are you going to answer that question?
That's super easy for me to answer because I tell people you'll have to take the Protandim out of my dead hands. I will use it till the day I die. Here's the reason. NRF2 you want to continue doing because it's not just for your collagen, right? So Protandim NRF2 is the helping the master regulator of our cells. So we're touch pointing more genes than where you're going to get through TrueScience Liquid Collagen. Okay. And so you want to, I would say, yes, you'd want to use both of them because you have dual function here of what you're trying to do. One, Protandim NRF2 is helping, antioxidant production. So that's the activation key. It's not just taking your antioxidants, you're helping to increase the production of your own antioxidants from your cells. Then the liquid collagen, what it's doing is activating those cells as well. So they're going to work synergistically. So even though you might have heard that catalase and SOD, are increased with using both, they're not an equal in my eyes. You're continuing to just have a synergistic effect in all the cells of your body. NRF2 is in all cells. So you doing it together, you're being able to, I guess you can say another 1-2 punch. We talk about, NRF1 and NRF2 being a 1-2 punch, those types of things.
Perfect. How about while we're on that topic of other products, just the regimen, what would you recommend? How do I take this? Do I take this with other supplements? Do I take it on a full stomach, on an empty stomach, in the morning, in the evening? When do I use this product and when do I use it in conjunction with the other products I'm using?
I would say just get it in your body. So whenever you remember to get it in, get it in. If you want optimal absorption, I'd probably say do it with a meal. I think most things are better tolerated with a meal. And I want to go back to one of the other questions. The beautiful part about this one, it tastes great. If those of you have done other collagen supplements, some of them are chalky, they're nasty. The capsules are sticky, they get stuck in your throat. So being liquid and hydrolyzed is allowing better absorption. And so I'm not expecting people to have an upset stomach by doing this. And so I think it's a really easy way of getting this down, and it makes you feel like you're having a treat as well. The sugars in it are from the berry extracts. There's no added sugar. So those of you who are trying to fast in the morning, I'd probably do this at lunch when you break your fast and you have it after lunch. I'd probably throw that in the mix of things. I've mixed it with Axio and with my prebiotic powder as well. And it's lovely to have it all together that way. But, I would say those of you who are trying to think about what's the best regimen for you, get back with the person who invited you to this webinar, talk about some of your goals in your health, and we can put together a stack for you. And I love our website because it has certain stacks on there for you to look at, like heart healthy stack or anti-aging stack, gut health. So we can kind of put it all together for you so that you are getting to take care of your whole body. That's something that's really important. Our bodies talk, from head to toe, there's communication. And so we just don't always want to focus on one aspect. We might first financially, but then it's kind of like we see the effects in our whole body, and it makes us want to continue on this journey of I like to say slowing down the aging process.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, here's what we're going to do. There's a number that are on this call that I know you have team calls following this, and you're probably jonesing to get over and join and start those calls. We have enough questions in here that we can spend the next couple of hours answering questions. So here's what we're going to do. As many of you heard during Activate 2022, we talked about the introduction of a podcast coming out. So and it's launching soon. So here's what we're going to do. we're going to take all of the questions that are in here, and then I'm going to ask Dr. Rodarte and Dr. Beer if they will separately join me to record a podcast that we can go through all of these questions, try to answer all of them one by one, and then make that recording available to everybody in the very near future. If everybody is okay with that idea, just put like yes or awesome. Okay, you guys know the drill. Yes, awesome, hooray, that works. Okay, you can stop now. I've heard you. Just kidding. Okay. Oh, it just got faster. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We will answer all of these questions. There is an FAQ for if your question wasn't addressed tonight. There is an FAQ on the product page. If you just navigate, just go to the home page. The very top banner is all about liquid collagen, and there's a big button there. You can click on that and then navigate to the product page. Down at the very bottom of the product page, there is an FAQ, and Angie Harper is validating that it answers most of these questions, and it does. It answers the majority of what I'm seeing in this thread. So go there. What we will do as well is I'm going to take these questions. If the question is not answered on the FAQ and can be, we will update that FAQ and address more of these questions in addition to making this podcast. So that's our commitment to everybody on here. As we get ready to close, maybe if I just I'm going to turn it to you, Christina, first, and then Dr. Rodarte. Just anything else that you would like to add about the product that maybe we haven't been able to say at this point?
It's great tasting. You can drink it anytime during the day. If you're just going to sip on it, make sure you refrigerate it, but I would just consume it immediately. It's one mouthful and just drink it, chug it, and be happy with it. You can take it any time of the day. I've seen some of those questions in there. When do I take it and all? You can take it with any of your pills. You can take it with Nerf 2. You can take it with your whole regimen. First thing in the morning, you can do it on an empty stomach or with food. If you're sensitive, do it with food, but the absorption is going to be maybe a little slower, but you'll still get all the benefits.
So what I heard was bottoms up.
Yep, bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Okay.
Yes.
No, thank you, Christina. Thanks for being here. I know it's late and you're home with the grandkids, so thank you. Dr. Rodarte, anything you'd like to add to this call?
No, thank you for having me on. And I just want to say, get it in your body and just know the FAQs are so well written. The product information sheet, you don't have to be the scientist. You can just lead people to that. And there's a recorded video on our website as well. It's beautiful. And Jesse hit it home earlier, and we've said it again. Why is this different? Activate, replenish, maintain. The first word there is activate. So when someone really wants to know the difference with the product, you can tell them that we're an activator. So we're an activation company. So that's the important part to remember. It's super easy to remember. Activate, replenish, maintain.
ARM.
Yeah.
ARM.
The acronym ARM. Activate, replenish, maintain. Dr. Rodarte, that's perfect. I want to say thank you to both of you. Thank you for taking the time to do this. Melody, I know there's a time out of your personal life and you've got your own practice and everything that you're doing. So thank you for taking time to do this and being part of and representing the Scientific Advisory Board. We love and appreciate that group and you, and appreciate all the guidance and help you give to us as a product team here at LifeVantage. For everybody that's been on the call, thank you for joining us. The participation has been phenomenal. We had well over 1,000 participants listening to this call. Thank you for your acceptance of the product and your excitement. We can feel it. It's electric. It was electric at the event, and that electricity continued into the office this day. We are excited with what's about to happen with LifeVantage and this product. So everybody have a wonderful evening. We will update the FAQ just as quickly as possible, and we will get that podcast recorded and pushed out to you. Everybody, thank you again, and have a wonderful, wonderful night.